everybody doing? My name's Mike, and we got Mr. Iroh with us today. He's hanging out on place. We got my dog's over there sleeping on his place. I know it's kind of hard for you guys to see him at that camera angle, but he's hanging out doing his thing. So today we're working on his daily routine, which that means I instruct all my clients to, they're walking the dog in a circle, asking the dog to sit, lay down, just basically the things you want them to be able to do every day and be good at. So, and you can kind of change the routine up according to how the dog's behaving. You know, if the dog been trying to jump on the couch lately, you could do an exercise like I'm going to do today. I'm going to walk in and out of this furniture, and I'm going to be going right by the couch where he's got a chance to jump up on it, but the goal is to not let him do that, of course. So again, I'm just going to start working the dog. The big thing he's been working on is the down command. That is one of the hardest commands to teach a dog to do, is to lay down, and especially the way we do it with almost zero pressure for the dog. The dogs spend a good amount of time with me, so I can create a relationship with him. And by the time I started asking him to start laying down for me, he already has so much trust for me, and we're able to get it from them in a really good way where we have to put almost zero pressure on the dog. But they do sometimes become wise, and sometimes they'll challenge you, and you will have to put pressure sometimes. But a good trainer or a good dog owner is going to know when, is going to use the least amount of pressure possible to get the job done. And we got to set them up to succeed. So I'm going to go ahead and stop talking and start working them, and we'll see what we got. Just because I grab this leash doesn't mean he gets to hop off. Heel. Attaboy. And so now the idea of these is just, I want him to start following with me. He can't sniff the ground or anything. And I'm just correcting him anytime he does anything weird. Sit. Good boy, good sit. So just because I say good boy, I'll usually pet them. He gets a little, he gets excited, and then he starts using his nose and hitting my hand with his nose. We don't want that. I'll correct him if he tries to ask me for the affection. Heel. And like I said, today the real goal is we're going to work on his down position. And we are going to sit. We want to break that out. Oh boy, that's a good boy. That's a good sit. We want to break up when I ask him to do that down position. We don't want to go right into it. You know, I want to kind of break it up. Sit. So we don't say stay. We just say the word sit. Sit. So if I want him to keep sitting, and I think he's going to move, I'll just remind him sit. I'll just remind him to sit. Good boy, good sit. So the reason we don't say stay is because that's you're actually going to confuse the dog by saying that. If you say stay, you really meant keep sitting. So if you have to say stay, sit. That means the dog is not sitting. Heel. So we just repeat the command. We do not say stay. Heel. So over here is where I have them sit. Sit. So here's where I set them up to do the down command, because the carpet is actually going to work against you. When you're first teaching a dog, it's going to be easier to teach him on the concrete where he can just kind of slide down. So then I'll just ask him with a little pressure. Down. Good boy. Attaboy. Down. Good. Down. So what I do is I'll use a little leash pressure to lead him down and kind of tap the ground. Down. So again, at first, I remind him a lot. Good boy. Good down. He doesn't have to do it for too long. Heel. Good boy. Good job. Heel. He doesn't have to do that for too long. Nope. Heel. Heel. Sit. Place. So he doesn't have to do that down position. Nope. So no correction. Place. Direction. The dog does something I don't want. No correction. Direction. Right away, that's how the dog learns what I want. So he doesn't have to do the down position for real long because I just taught it to him. I just want him to understand what it is. Then we work on duration a little bit later. So sometimes when he gets real excited, that's when you got to kind of learn what the dog needs. Heel. Sit. Good boy. Down. Atta boy, that's a good boy. Good down, good boy. Good job, buddy. Down, down. Good boy. So that's really good, you know. It's a lot for a dog to do that. But again, building a relationship with the dog and setting him up to succeed is the best way to get this. The way I got this from him was, you know, basically I worked with them for 2 weeks. Then I ask them to lay down at a time where I know they're likely to lay down. It's kind of hard to explain, but we do it without having to. This is only the 3rd session I've had with teaching them how to lay down, but we do it in a way where I don't have to put a bunch of pressure. They've learned from the day one down. They've learned from day one that when I use the leash, it has meaning. So if I'm asking you to do something and I'm giving you pressure in this direction, that usually means come with me this way. And only good things happen when they listen. Good boy, good down. Atta boy, that's a good boy. Heel. Good job, buddy. No? So he can't sniff the furniture. So the stuff we're walking around, he doesn't get to sniff that. He has to just walk with me, and my dog's right here. He has to ignore my dog. He has to ignore the couch, and I'm correcting him through all these things. So if he goes to sniff something, I correct him right away. Sit. Good boy. Good sit. Good job. Down. Good boy. Good down. Good job, Iroh. Down. Down. So if you were to start sniffing like real crazy or anything on the ground, I can just tug the leash a little bit. Hey, down. And remind them just, hey, no. So like that means when I say down, that doesn't mean lay down and like sniff the ground. That's not down. Down means lay there like that. Don't do any nonsense. So he's doing really good. That's going to be it for this session. Because I got a couple downs out of him. Good boy. I'm saying that to him because he's giving me strong eye contact. Good boy. Good boy. Good down. I got a couple really good downs from him, and it's all about quality, not quantity, from the dog when you're teaching them with a leash. So he did a really good job. I mean, this is beautiful. You know, this was a dog who had a lot of trouble in the home, and as long as the owners do the instructions I give them, they're going to have a dog who is like this. It's all about how you respond to the dog. It's about what you allow them to do. Good boy. I said that to him because, hey, I said that to him down because his butt slid over, so that's like a more comfortable position for him where he's more likely to stay down and not pop up. Again, if I see him sniffing the ground too much, I can just pump the leash pretty softly. I don't have to do it hard. Just say, hey, down. So they just need communication. Remember, the leash is communication, and if you're not doing it, that's something they're missing in their life. That's something they need. They need direction. He needs to know, like, hey, man, don't sniff the carpet the whole time. You're laying down. Don't do that the whole time. That actually is good for him because, you know, like outside, he can't be sniffing everything. That's how dogs actually pick things up outside, diseases, giardia, stuff like that. They get that from sniffing and not just relaxing, having to lick everything. So we want to teach them how to be a healthy, behaved, stable-minded dog. But this is really good. You're a good boy. You're doing a great job because he's laying there, relaxed. You know, this is a big, powerful dog, and in my belief, this is the same breed as my dog, and in my belief, a dog like this, you must have 100% control of them because they could be very dangerous if not. This particular dog is a pretty happy-go-lucky guy, and he has done really good in training, and it has been really beneficial for him, in my opinion. Heel.